Hey, 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 it's Meal Prep Sunday. You know it. Do you know what you're eating this week? I know what I'm eating this week because I'm planning ahead. So why don't you join me in my kitchen? Welcome back, guys. Vicki-Lynne here, and we are actually cooking vegan with Vicki today in my kitchen. So welcome back to my kitchen. Hope you guys are having a great day. And let's get at it for this week. So going to get some stuff going in my oven. I have my oven preheating. It should beep very shortly. And what we're going to do is kind of get ourselves situated a little bit. So I have my bowl for all my scraps. Have a couple of pans because I'm going to be actually roasting some stuff in my oven. I am making some rice to make some sushi rolls. Some sushi rolls. And I'm actually going to cook. I found some of my sweet potatoes, they need to get cooked, so I'm actually going to put some of those into the oven to get cooked, and I'm actually going to cut some of them up for my sushi. So I'm actually going to cook them in some strips just to make them much easier to roll in my sushi later. Going to get some of my cheese sauce going for my veggies this week because veggies are always better with cheese sauce. So let's just tag along with me and we'll try to make this short and sweet this time. And if you're new here, welcome, 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 welcome to the family, by the way. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I post every Mondays and Thursdays, usually without fail. Every once in a while there's a fail because guess what? Life happens. Nobody's perfect. And just so you know, guys, I am not perfect. I don't ever try to pretend that I am perfect. So when you see my Instagram pictures, I am not Instagram worthy. I don't pretend to be, by the way, but my food is delicious and nutritious and vegan. So let's get at it. So I'm going to start doing with my sweet potatoes. I have a couple of boards here. I have one that's a little gnarly, so I'm going to actually not put the skin of that in my bowl because you all know that I use my bowl and my veggies. I take the skins, etc., that are okay, and I freeze them, and I use that for a veggie stock because all of these great skins and stuff all impart great flavor into a veggie stock. So actually, I think I'll use this one for my sushi. So you could put anything in your sushi. I'm going to use one, I think, with some avocado and some cucumber. I have some great cilantro. I'm just going to see what I have kind of in my kitchen. But I did think a sweet potato one would be great. So this is actually kind of the perfect size for it. And I'm actually going to cook these ones. Yeah. See, those will just be perfect to go into some sushi tonight. And that's going to be in a separate video. So no worries. I'm just letting you know why I'm kind of cutting these ones separately. That one looks a little bit wide. And you can always snack as you're meal prepping, by the way. Because that's what meal prep's all about. Usually when I'm meal prepping, I'm never hungry for supper because, there we go. The oven sheets are ready. Now I meant to grab Brussels sprouts today and I didn't, but I know I have some in the freezer, so that's fine. And if you saw my Aldi haul, you saw all the great things I got at Aldi. But a lot of those went into the freezer because they did have some really, the Aldi gods were smiling down on me today. So we're just going to cook those. That'll be great for, I think I'll put that aside and put my zucchini on that with that because that'll cook faster. Yeah. And then I'll do the rest. Maybe I'll just roast those whole. Sometimes I make it up as I go along, guys. Sometimes I don't. I might just roast these all together. Well, maybe I'll cut them in half so they'll roast faster. Yes. Then if you put them face down, they'll get all nice and caramelized on the top half. There we go. So I might use these ones for breakfast with a little bit of my quinoa. So I'm going to cook quinoa. I'm on a bit of a quinoa kick at the moment. I find it's digesting so much better in my stomach. So I'm liking that. So I'm going to put this one in first. So just in the oven. And then I'm just going to throw our farmer's market kind of got kibosh this weekend just because got rained out. Or I wasn't willing to go to it because it was pouring rain. And again, just doing it on the diagonal just because it looks so pretty. And I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Probably just topping off my plates with it. But roasting is always so lovely. Gonna use a little of my Trader Joe's chickenless, which you can make yourself, guys. And the ajika, I think I'm saying that right, at Trader Joe's. It's our new favorite spice. We put it on everything. It's a little spicy, but it is delicious. Makes everything sing. And we're going to put that in. Could even slice some of that zucchini. Another good idea, guys. Thanks for telling me. Zucchini would be good in the sushi rolls also. I could just cut them. It'll work. Now I'm going to do a couple of carrots. Yeah, I'm going to, might as well just do them all while we're here. If you're doing one, you might as well do them all. So quick and simple. I'm going to do a couple for my cheese sauce. I'm going to get that going. You guys have all seen my cheese sauce, so nobody needs to see that again. There's a recipe for it. I change it probably every time you watch my videos. It's always different. It just kind of depends on my mood. So I'm just going to sometimes I forget stuff, sometimes I add stuff. It all just kind of depends. Put my carrots in there. Super simple. I'm going to peel a couple of potatoes. I am trying to kind of watch, so I'm not actually going to put cashews this time, but again, you can put your cashews in. And usually it's only a few cashews, so and a few cashews aren't going to hurt you. Nothing wrong with nuts. Just don't go overboard. I just know that I have, for me, once I start, I have a hard time. And so that's, I know, is my Achilles heel. So that's why it's just, I love my cheese sauce without it, so it's fine. Okay. All right. So we have our veggies in the oven. Those are going to take half hour. The big the half potatoes are going to probably take about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Keep an eye on the smaller sweet potatoes for the sushi. Those can get pulled out. Now we're just going to add some water to this. Want a little bit of water because we're going to need that to take that off. That one on high. Okay. All right. We'll finish our carrots while we have them out here. Put everything in our scrap bowl. Probably getting close to needing to make some stock. Did buy some nice corn. Corn chowder sounds good. And that's just kind of how I do things, guys. I just kind of like see what's been shoved to the back of the fridge or the back of the freezer and go, oh, that needs to get used. What can I make? Then there's that little button on your iPad or your phone. That's like the World Wide Web. So many recipes out there. So many great cooks. What can you make with this? It's kind of how I do it. And then I tweak it the way I like it. You start with somebody else's recipe and then you just kind of make it the way or what you have. Oh, I don't have that, but I have this. Okay. All right, snack carrots. Because I don't know if you saw, but I did buy it was a new hummus at Aldi called tzatziki. So we now have carrots to try it with. And part of meal prepping is, I have to make sure the carrots are good. Okay. Resealable bags, reusable. I love these ones. They're awesome. Okay. So just a couple of things left to do. I'm just going to start cooking my quinoa, and I'm doing it two different ways. Once for my breakfast and one for my lunches and supper. And again, been on a quinoa kick lately. So you do rice, do your potatoes, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do my quinoa. And so I'm going to take my quinoa and I am going to do probably 1 cup for breakfast. And I do like rinsing my quinoa first. You don't have to. I guess it's however you want to do it. So I'm going to do 1 cup for my breakfast. So I'm just going to put it in a small pot. And to that, I'm just going to add a little bit of a cinnamon stick. And this is just some almond milk. And it's usually 2 to 1. So I'm going to put that on the stove. Bring that one up to a boil. I know I had a lid somewhere. No, I didn't. No, I did not. Let me find that. There it is. So that's going to be my breakfast one. And at the end, I'm going to add a little bit of just ground cinnamon to it. And then to this one, I already added water to that. So this one I'm going to use 1.5 cups. And if you don't use it, you can always freeze it. Now to this one, I'm going to add some Better Than Bouillon non-chicken broth to it, just because I know this one's going to be my lunch one. I just want to impart a little bit more flavor to it. You can leave it plain, depending on if you know what you're using it for. You could also, you know what, quinoa is great to add to your smoothies, cooked quinoa. I also put quinoa in my granola. It's a complete protein. Okay, so we're going to put this in. Let's make a mess. The only problem with quinoa is it does make a mess all over the place. Little granules everywhere. Okay, I'm going to put this one on the stove. Bring this one to a boil. And once it starts to boil, you can turn it down, let it simmer about 10-15 minutes till it's cooked, and you're done. The last thing I think I'm going to do today is just clean up the rest of my kale. And it's been washed. I just want to take it off this woody stem. So this is curly kale, probably the easiest one to find. And I don't know if you've ever, I have tongs. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but this is what that's for actually. Just to de-stem stuff. Isn't that cool? Thought I'd just show you that. So you can just take it, put it on a clean paper towel or cloth. I just like to reuse my tea towels. And you can just roll it up. It'll last once it's been cleaned. Lasts for days. And then you can make your own. I just want to make sure that doesn't boil over, because I am notorious for that. If you've been here, you know that already. And I don't feel like cleaning my stove today, guys. It's Sunday. It's been a long week. It's been a long weekend. Nobody wants to clean the stove today. So I'm just going to finish cleaning up my kale. And once everything's cooked, I'll throw everything on display for you guys so you can see it. Thank you so much for joining me again this week. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've gotten a couple of good tips from it. If you have any tips for me, please leave me a comment below. I love all of your comments. I really do appreciate them. I am trying to learn. I just got a Mac. My husband bought me a Mac for our anniversary. I am still trying to learn how to use it. Oh, Lord, guys. This is a huge learning curve. It's going to take me a while. Well, once I have that, I'm sure my videos will get much better. So just bear with me. I'm working on it. I'm old. I need help. But I'm getting there. Anyway, I appreciate everybody who drops by. I hope you're learning something. I hope you're enjoying this journey of finding great vegan food with me. So until next time, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.